He hasn't shown any interest in doing the work or helping anybody except himself and his friends, or treating the presidency like a reality show to give himself more attention. And as we noted the other day, his TV ratings are down. But listen, Miami, the rest of us have to live with the consequences of what he's done. At least 220,000 Americans are dead. More than 100,000 small businesses have closed. 500,000 jobs are gone right here in Florida. 500,000 jobs. And I understand the president's coming to Florida today. You think he's hard at work coming up with a plan to get us out of this mess? Well, I don't know, because I know he's had a tough week. Everybody's been very unfair to Donald Trump this week. In his debate with Joe on Thursday night, and by the way, I thought Joe Biden was unbelievable this week. He was fantastic this week. But during the debate, Trump was asked, what is your plan for the new phase of COVID? Which is a pretty good question, considering that we just saw the highest number of cases spike up yesterday. So you'd think he'd be ready for a response. Instead, he just said it wasn't his fault and he didn't have one. He said it's now gone in a bunch of states, just as states are reaching new record highs nationwide. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't even acknowledge the reality of what's taking place all across the country. And it gets better, because he also sat down with 60 Minutes. He was asked, what's your priority in your second term? And let me say, I've run for president in Miami, so I just want you to know it's a good idea to have an answer to this question. It's a good idea, if you're running for re-election, to say, here's what I want to accomplish. What did Trump say? He got mad and walked out of the interview. He thought the questions were too tough. Too tough. Miami, listen, if he can't answer a tough question like, what would you like to do in your second term? Then it's our job to make sure he doesn't get a second term. And that's why, over the next 10 days, we got to work hard to elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the next president and vice president of the United States. I love the creative honking. It's fantastic. Now listen, you delivered twice for me, Florida, and now I'm asking you to deliver for Joe and deliver for Kamala. 12 years ago, when I chose a vice president, I didn't know Joe that well. We served in the Senate together, but we come from different places. We're part of different generations. But I quickly came to admire and love Joe as a man who early on learned to treat everybody with dignity and respect. Somebody who lives by the words his parents taught him. Nobody's better than you, Joe, but you're better than nobody. And that sense of empathy, that sense of decency, the belief that every single person counts, that's who Joe is. That's who he'll be. And I can tell you, the presidency doesn't change who you are. It just reveals who you are. It amplifies who you are. And for 8 years, I saw Joe up close. He was the last one in the room whenever I faced a big decision. He made me a better president. He's got the character and experience to make us a better country. And he and Kamala are going to be in the fight not for themselves, but for every single one of us. And that's what you need right now, somebody who cares about you and is thinking about you. listen, I understand that the president, he wants full credit for the economy he inherited and zero blame for the pandemic that he ignored. As a general rule, this is not a person who likes to take responsibility for anything. But you know, the job doesn't work that way. Just like George said, tweeting on television doesn't fix things. Inventing conspiracies don't make people's lives better. You've got to have a plan. You've got to do the work. And along with the experience of getting things done, Joe Biden has concrete plans and policies that are going to turn our vision of a better, fairer, stronger country into reality.